All right, I want to talk about Peak Pursuit, a chapter in Beyond the Map's Edge with Justin Posey, and this is perfect timing because I am now thoroughly obsessed with Victorio Peak myself, and I need to kind of rein myself in because I am like a squirrel with shiny things and have so many treasure hunting ideas. I want to go to Castle Gap with a metal detector. I want to poke around New Mexico to see if I can find Carlotta's crown. But the real treasure, there is actually a legitimate, bona fide treasure that Justin Posey hid in the Western United States with a map and a poem. And if you're not looking for this treasure, what are you even doing with your life? It's so much fun. So I need to focus. I'm going to go there in June to Montana and try to find Justin Posey's treasure. So I need to get back to this book a little bit. So as you know, Justin Posey is obsessed with Victorio Peak also. And his grandparents on his dad's side lived super close to Victorio Peak in New Mexico. And allegedly, his great-uncle Alton Posey knew Doc Noss and may have helped him bury some of the gold bars. When Justin was a teenager, he got to meet Terry DeLonis from the Ova Noss Family Partnership. And I, too, would be starstruck if I met Terry DeLonis. I don't know if Terry DeLonis is still alive, but I would love to meet him if he is. And I just wonder if Terry had any idea that Justin would end up launching his own treasure hunt one day. So in 1991, Congress gave the Noss family temporary access to Victorio Peak, almost 50 years after the military evicted Ova Noss. And how they evicted someone off their mining claim, I have no idea. They only had the surface rights. And we all need to just get our little pocket constitution out and let the government know we know that they're a bunch of crooks. So they were allowed back on the peak. And if Justin would have been like 5 or 10 years older, he would have had the time of his life digging in Victorio Peak with these guys. They were young, they were fun, had a lot of camaraderie, they were compatible. They did a lot of sketchy things with heavy equipment, duct tape, and dynamite. And I had no idea, but they were there digging in Victorio Peak from like 1991 to 1995. They got about 20 feet to the treasure cavern after so much work, and the government pulled the plug on them. And how I know this is I watched a documentary called Gold, Lies, and Videotape. It was incredibly well done. The videographer was a guy they called Hollywood, and he did a great job documenting this really superb and once-in-a-lifetime adventure. There is a petition attached to this documentary to allow the Noss family to go back into Victorio Peak again. I signed it, and it would be so cool if everyone else in Justin's treasure hunt went and signed that petition too. Because if they were able to get back in, Justin would be old enough to join them. And how cool would that be? So I didn't really find any clues pertaining to Justin's treasure hunt. Some chapters just have more clues than others. And this chapter was so short, I just didn't see any clues. And there weren't any in there, in my opinion. The next one I'm going to do is the Postal Pilgrimage. And that one actually did help me find my spot in Montana.